Hey, it's 5 o'clock on the dot, and it's Friday night. We do this every week on here at the BearThoughts podcast. Welcome, everybody. Hope you all have a good day, and hope you're having a good night. And so far, hope you're having a good life wherever you may be in the world. This is the podcast where we talk about anything that's on our mind and anything that's going on in life, and our opinions and our thoughts on subjects and matters. Of course, we're going to be talking about some Genshin Impact stuff today because, well, Genshin Impact is kind of the new patch or new part 2 or part 3. I think it's a part 3, right? Of the storyline.
It's part 3. It's the final chapter of the Dendro Archon story quest.
Yes, and we're all looking forward to that. Zay Corvo Ninja's with us. No stealthy ninja, but maybe she'll be in the chat a little bit. And of course, right now, you might notice he's in a little bit of a different box. He's in a different box. So, you might hear a disembodied from someone else sitting not too far away from him as
Mama Corvo, you may hear her occasionally.
As he's watching her like a hawk, because apparently when you get to a certain age, you gotta start watching them instead of them watching you.
Yeah, well, when they stop taking their own advice on how to deal with sickness. Thanks, babe. Thank you. Sound is good.
Great to know.
Then you have to start treating them the way they treated you, basically.
All right.
Ain't that right, Hardhead?
Oh, Stealthy, while you're here, where I got your attention, I'm currently working. Currently working? She's currently working? With the kids?
Work.
What's she working on?
I have no idea.
And then
I left her with 2 children, so that's the possibilities are endless.
Once you're done working, let me know how you think of the game, and I will be playing a certain game myself once this stream is over and I go live on my stream. Bayonetta 3. So get ready for that, babies. So if anybody's excited for that, be sure to go to my channel, twitch.tv/Grumppybear.
I'm excited.
Because
anything that says Bayonetta.
All right, so let me go ahead and ask you that question real quick. There was a voice actor, the original voice actor, I'm sure you heard something about it a couple weeks back, that originally turned down the job because they only offered her $4,000 full payout to be the voice actor for a multi-million-dollar game. The last time she made a lot more money, but this time around, Nintendo decided to go, yeah, we're not paying you more than $4,000. That's how much we think she's worth. And she asked everybody on Twitter to boycott Bayonetta. And I wanted to. But at the same time, I realized in my head, I'll get your opinion afterwards, there's more than just the voice actor that that depend on this game selling. So I'm a bit of a guilty. It's like, one way I will send Nintendo, or the person that was doing Nintendo, a sign like, hey, you shouldn't treat your voice actors wrong, which I don't think did. But at the same time, what about the rest of the people that made this game that need a paycheck? And if this game don't do good, they probably won't do a 4th one. I don't like the idea of that.
Yeah, I know. I get it. Stealthy replied to you, by the way.
Okay, I'll read that while you give me your opinion. What's your thoughts on it?
No, I agree. I mean, I don't think $4,000 is enough for her to do the voice for that character. I mean, we're on the 3rd game. Obviously, her vocal talents helped get it there. I think she's worth the money. But at the same time, like you said, there's probably a whole bullpen full of developers and animation artists and concept design artists and stuff that have to get paid. They put their time, their effort, and all that in there. And I get that you were wronged, but essentially what you're asking us to do is to wrong everybody. And I don't think that's fair either. I think what should happen is, instead of saying boycott Bayonetta, you should have asked everybody to just hammer Nintendo on the way they're treating their voice actor.
Yeah. And I think that might have happened, but of course, everybody sign NDAs. They can't speak on anything. They can't say a lot of things. But some voice actors not on the NDA from Nintendo were like, yeah, you have no right to a character's voice forever. Like some people's like, yeah, my character that I voiced for many years, I was eventually replaced by another voice actor that was willing to do it for, less money, or the voice actor was more well known, or whatever may have happened. It does happen in the industry. But Bayonetta's voice is very iconic. I'm very interested to hear who the voice actor is, or I know who it is, but her rendition of the the femme boyale, the sensual, high confident British woman is playing the voice actor for this character, and how she portrays Bayonetta. I'm interested to see that. I hope she keeps to that attitude. That's really what it boils down to. If the essence is still there, even though she might took the $4,000, which is, according to a lot of people's rules, is the bare minimum. 4,000 is the lowest of low. And if you have 10 years worth of practice and schools and theater and all these other jobs, going like, look, I'm worth more. Sure, you should probably be worth more, but I guess Nintendo thinks otherwise.
I agree. I think that nobody should be making bare minimum.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think.
No.
Not unless you're just doing crappy. Your performance is severely crappy, and even then, I think it needs to be documented so we understand that. But I think everybody deserves a little more than minimum, because nobody goes to work unless they're a crappy employee and says, I'm going to do bare minimum. I don't do that. I don't have. I don't know. I feel like that's wrong.
Yeah. So a lot of people boycotted. I saw a couple of people take their canceled their special edition of Bayonetta. They were posting online and Twitter and all that stuff like that. So I get the reason why they did it. I just don't feel one person was enough reason. Now maybe they even shorthanded the rest of the people, like everybody else maybe got shorthanded too, but they gotta get paid. And of course you also gotta think of the outlets. I don't want places that have physical stores like GameStop to go out of business. Like, I understand some people don't like GameStop. I don't very much like them either, but one of the few places I can get video games in an actual physical forms of games and not be monopolized by like people like Walmart or Target.
Exactly. I agree.
I want there to be competitors, because competitors means.
I like the retro game shops, the ones you go into that not only have the new stuff, but they have all that older stuff too. I mean,
Hell yeah.
I don't want you to put those out of business, because I still have those consoles, and occasionally I pull them out and want to play them.
Yeah, and this is how they make some of their money. So I'm full ready. Like, of course, I don't know Amazon.
That's people's jobs. That's their livelihood.
Mm-hmm. So I want everybody to know that I'm not saying I'm not supporting the actor, the voice actor, but at the same time, there's more things to it than just one person. And if I ever get screwed over in life by something, like let's say I get a sponsor and I get screwed over by a sponsor, I would be like, yeah, don't do anything with him. But I wouldn't blame anybody. But like, if they went, but what about everybody else that got to get paid through that company or doing that company that are not in the wrong, that didn't do you dirty? I still want to support those people that are still like, normal human that needs to get a paycheck each week to get food and groceries and rent and all that other stuff. So I am sorry about that. That's me, not you. So I get that. And I don't want anybody to do that for me. All right. So next question is, I want to go to this, and I want to get your mindset on this. The other day I was in my stream, and one of the people brought up a thought on sponsorships. Now, as you know, I've been getting sponsored a lot lately I've been getting contacts to sponsors for a while now through another company, and they had such an old school mindset. I don't know what's going on. They had such an old school mindset. I haven't heard this in a very, very long time. They still think that sponsoring is selling out. And I want to get your thoughts on sponsoring being a sellout. That you are pretty much, they're pretty much taking your thing and overlapping your product with their product, essentially becoming their product only, and you're just a byproduct of selling it. And you're actually doing this and losing your quality of your streams or your whatever you're doing. Do you actually think that's still the thing nowadays? You do think that's the what is going on when I do sponsorships, or do you still feel like me where it's the majority of, well, for me it is right now until you can get some yourself. I'm making more money from getting sponsors, and I don't know how I should feel about that. One guy saying you should do it to
Okay.
support your family. Another one
So
saying,
this is the way I look at it.
mm-hmm,
There is a difference in selling yourself out completely
mm,
and being sponsored.
how
Okay,
so?
so selling yourself out completely would be basically Grumppybear stream would go from being Grumppybear stream to Grumppybear doing whatever the sponsor tells them to do and not questioning it.
Mm,
Okay. Being sponsored is saying, hey, this is Grumppybear stream, but these people here would like for me to show you their product. It's pretty cool. If you want to check it out, you can check it out. But at the end of the day, this is still my stream. We're still going to play my games, and I'm still going to talk the way I want to talk and do what I want to do.
mm.
There is sponsored and a sellout. It's not. Both of them are not the same thing.
Okay, so in that mindset, like when I did Raid Shadow Legends, and when I did the Star Trek thing, the Raid Shadow Legends was to me way better. Like they literally said like, hey, you play this game for an hour, and once you're done with playing the game for an hour, you can go on and do whatever you want to, but at least show off the game. The Star Wars was 2 hours, which I thought was a little much. But I still did it. And of course, the Star Wars saying like, "Hey, we don't nothing nice to say about the game. Don't say it at all." And I'm like, "Hey, everybody, when I'm done with the Star Trek thing, I'm gonna give you my opinions about this game afterwards. If you want to try it out, I'll show you the game, because that's part of the deal here. But once this whole sponsorship over, and I think the game sucks, or I think I have an opinion about the game, I'll let y'all know about it. But right now, I'm gonna let y'all's visual and let y'all's opinions come about." And I was like, "Yeah, there's some nice things about this game." But not everybody's gonna like this kind of game. It's really it's another one of those build your army, build your groups, build your base, get materials, and at some point money is gonna come involved where if you want to actually make some real progression in the game, you're gonna need to sport down some dollar bills. And that is a lot of games nowadays on mobile devices. Just they want you to spend money on the game because that's how they make the game either better or how they run their business, because it is at the end of the day a business. It's not just free all the time. It's free up to a point.
True, absolutely. At the same time, yeah, it's kind of like I get into this battle with people regularly about pay games.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So here's the thing with it, in my opinion.
Mm.
It's completely my opinion now. Understand that. I don't think a game should be designed where you have to pay to make it through the game. But at the same time, I do not fault a company by putting something in there that might entice you to buy something for the game. Because they're trying to make a living too. Okay? That's all there is to it. They're trying to make a living. They've got people, they've got employees, they've got overhead, they've got this, they've got that. I'm not saying make the game where you can't play it without buying something, but I understand if they put something in there like, hey, there's a new skin for this character, $5. I get that. That does not bother me at all because I don't have to have the skin to get through the game. But at the same time, if I have the $5 and I want to support the game because it's been good to me, I've enjoyed it, there's an option to give back.
Okay. Do you think it's a mindset that like back in 10 or 12 years ago, all the games were a $60 price tag, or maybe a little bit more, maybe a little less, and people were just going, I've already spent $60 or $70 on these games, and now you want me to spend $5 or $10 on this stuff in the game? Should you just be giving this to me already? I've already spent that kind of money. I already gave it to you. Everything should be given to me now because I've already spent that. And we see people are still in that mindset that, like, if you want me to buy the game, I will, but you're just giving it to me free. So our mindset are still stuck in that, but I've already given to you. Like, I'm giving you your time,
and part of that is a large base of people do not understand the difference in games then and the games now. What it requires to make our current games at the current level that they're at versus what it took to make games when they were 8 bits. Okay? You could make an 8-bit Legend of Zelda side scroller, and charge 30, $40 for it, and yeah, you've made your money off of it.
Mm-hmm.
But when you look at something like Destiny, Genshin, something like that that's got continuous patches going on, continuous upgrades, at the level of CGI, the level of animation that they're at, that costs money, bro.
Mm.
And you're not gonna get all that money back if all you're charging is $60 for the game out the gate, and then I give you every patch from then on for free, when the patches probably cost as much as the original game did to develop.
Yeah.
Now I'm losing everything.
Well,
so of course,
Cyberpunk is doing it, so I'm appreciative that Cyberpunk is doing it. They're doing like a little patch, but I don't know how big it is and how much the voice actors would do it. But I think they're doing it out of good faith. Like, yeah, we screwed up, but we're gonna keep to our word. We promise you we'll do a patch afterwards. Now they're promising that even another one to do like another little story. So I'm looking forward to that. I haven't beat the game yet, but I get what you say. Nowadays is the upkeep and doing those new things in games are gonna need constant flow of money. But yeah, back to the real quick about the sponsorship. I get what people are saying, it might be selling out, but unless I change, like you said, everything about my stream and what the sponsor is not intruding on everything I say or I do, and I'm not constantly talking about them, but I do talk about them according to the rules of like, hey, every hour or at least twice a stream, that's it. And they don't give me a specified, here's a script and here's how long you got to talk about it. Nobody's just talk about us. Here's some pointers if you want to talk about it, and then you're good. I don't have none of that. I just speak whatever's on my mind, and
right.
And I get paid more by the sponsors, and I'm not guilting anybody to subscribe to my channels. I'm just saying, in reality, how much I was getting paid normally without sponsors and with sponsors, I'm getting paid more. And at the end of the day, I got to make some kind of profit out of this because I can't do this for free forever and let my wife do all the work for me.
I mean, what it comes down to is whether you're willing to, at the end of the day, stand up to the sponsor if it comes down to it and say, look, I appreciate what y'all have done for me, but I am not changing everything about my stream for you.
Okay.
Not happening.
Can you talk about something? I can still hear, but I got to use the restroom. Sorry, I really got to do it.
Yeah, you're good. So at the same time, I get sponsors are wanting people to put it out there. Hey, I need you to put me out there as much as possible. They're trying to make money too. But I mean, I think it's a person. I think it's the person that your attitude, how you respond, how you react once you're sponsored, what you're willing to do, what you're willing to not do, that decides whether you're a sellout or whether you're just a sponsored individual. Like, for instance, with me, with Dubby, I tell you, I like the 2 flavors that I've tried. I'm sure there might be a flavor I won't like. But when I get to the flavor I don't like, I'll explain to you why I like it, but I'll also tell you, hey, if you're the kind of person that likes this kind of stuff, give it a shot. But I'm not going to not tell you a reason for me not liking something. And if the sponsor has a problem with me being honest to my viewers, then at the end of the day, I won't be sponsored by that person. And that's the difference. That's the different mindset in a sponsored individual versus a sellout, because a sellout is going to do whatever that sponsor tells them to do, however they tell them to do it, as long as they can keep that sponsorship and that money coming. It's a personal preference. Are you doing it to strictly make as much money as you can and you'll do whatever it takes, or are you making a little money but willing to give that money up to keep from having to change you and your channel? You know, we'll do a hypothetical. If I was sponsored by Blizzard tomorrow, okay, yeah, I would love the money. I would be happy. I'd be grateful for the money. But at any point in time, if Blizzard said, hey, you have to change your tag, you have to change your background, you have to change how you vocalize about our games, then at that point, I'm not going to be sponsored by them, because then it's not Corvo Ninja Stream anymore. It's Blizzard Stream via Corvo Ninja's channel. And that's not what I'm about. You know, get on another topic. I watched what was it called? Werewolf by Night. It was a Marvel production on Disney Plus the other night, and I found it very interesting. I was gonna see if you had seen it, and if you hadn't, give you kind of like my feelings and insights about it without giving you the full rundown of it, because I don't. If you decide you want to watch it, I don't want to spoil it.
Gotcha. No, I haven't. Sorry, I just did what you did to Walmart. So no, I haven't at all. I never even heard of it. Of course, I don't have Disney Plus, but you said Disney Plus, right? I wasn't.
Yeah, it's Disney Plus. It's a Marvel, but it was like a horror Marvel.
Ooh, I don't like werewolves. So, you know that.
And it was kind of comical in some spots, which I like. But what I will tell you that I found really cool is it was set in you remember old school black and white horror movies?
Yeah, yeah.
You know how they had like the black and white and it was all kind of dark and gothic and had that kind of music, and they would pop up like little subtitles and stuff. It had all that shit in there.
Huh.
It was really cool. Matter of fact, there was only one object for probably 97% of the show that even had color to it.
One object.
One object.
It was a red?
And then, of course, yes.
Of course it was.
And then at the end of the show, of course, they fade everything to color so you can see what everything looked like in color.
Yeah.
And it was pretty cool. It was very interesting. You remember old school werewolf men?
Yes.
You remember how they look? Old Wolfman look?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. If you appreciated that look, from back in the old days, you'll definitely like this cat's transformation.
Okay, so it gives it that vibe. Okay, so it's a modern
It gives you that old school horror movie vibe, but with the new twist of how things are going on.
So it's modernized old school.
Yeah, and okay. A lot of people talked a lot of crap about it. They talked how they didn't like it. The whole same nine yards that we normally hear.
Mm-hmm.
I enjoyed it. The comical spots were really freaking comical. The spots that were like, "Ooh, yeah, you probably shouldn't have done that," was really like, "Ooh, yeah, you shouldn't have done that," kind of things. But I didn't realize, and unless I'm wrong, and I could be wrong, I didn't realize that. I don't think it was a series. I think it was like a mini movie.
Splitting up.
Because I went back, I think it was a week later, thinking maybe there would be like episode 2.
Yeah.
But it wasn't one. So I'm assuming they did like a mini film with it. But dude, there was potential for it to definitely be a series if they don't do a series out of it.
Oh, okay, okay. Real quick though, I want to go back to the Blizzard thoughts. With the sponsor thing, I know I don't want to go back and forth, back and forth. I had totally agree with you, and my perspective on that. If Blizzard would have come up to me and go, "Hey, we want to sponsor you," but all the negative things you've been saying about our games, you got to stop. That would be a sellout. Like anything you said about our games, you got to stop saying negative about it. Don't say it all, and just keep on playing the game as if you love it. That'd be a sellout. Like to be going against your own morals.
Or I mean, like I said, to me, a sellout is willing to do whatever the sponsor says as long as that paycheck's there.
Okay.
That's the root call. That is the root. Of all of it, it's money. Like me and you, we want to make money, granted. Yes. But if a sponsor tells either one of us we've got to change our opinion on their game, oh, Grumpy, you got to take all that stuff behind you out. You got to put up all stuff of our games and stuff. We're not going to do that.
No.
We like money, but we don't like it so damn much that we're going to change our entire stream about it. It's not going to become Blizzard stream via Grumpy's Twitch.
Yeah.
Not going to do that.
Like you need to buy a green screen, you need to hide your background, you need to change your overlay, your logo, and if any opinions about any topics that we deem untruthful or we don't like it, we call it something or another. You can't say anything about that. I'll be like, no, bro, I'm gonna just keep on saying what's on my mind.
Keep us going for a minute. I need to make a quick call with Stealthy.
All right. But okay, shows I've been watching for. Because, you know, we all talk about recommending shows here and here, is a show that should be on, I believe it's on Crunchyroll, but it might be on Netflix as well. Correct me if I'm wrong here. I do not have don't have access to both of them. So is the show Chainsaw Man. Now, a lot of people were excited for this show, and episode 3 just came out this past week, and a lot of people are saying they want to watch a show like that all in one row, get it all done so they can enjoy it. But every time the new episode comes out, there's always more buzz about the show. Like it's like, new episode, buzz. Everybody's talking about all online. Meme galore, artwork out of the wazoo. The next week, the same thing all over again. It keeps the show going in the conversation, and it keeps these alive. And I want to binge watch it. I do. But at the same time, I get why this is a good thing, because every week a new episode comes out and I hear nothing but a buzz all over the internet of, you know, the newest episode's out. What happened this week? What's going on? And artwork and people start memeing it up. And it's keeping that gravy train going, where people are like, maybe they haven't checked out the show just yet. And then they see all this stuff online going, I got to check that out. That looks good.
Right. Hey, by chance, have you had a chance to watch either of those two that I told you about?
Which one? Because honestly, I forgot last week. Honestly.
So we were the girl that's seen the Spooky Ghost. I can't remember the name of it. The one that you asked me about. I watched it.
Yeah, I want to get my wife to watch that with me.
Okay, and then there was the one that I was telling you was called King's Game.
I want to say I pulled it up. Yeah, it's in my my list of animes to watch.
I definitely want to have a conversation at length about that one when you finish it.
Okay, King's Game. How many episodes are in here? I could probably finish it off in a week. Maybe. If I can stop watching everything else, I have I have like 32 tabs, and the majority of them all anime. Just lined up going episode.
Yep.
And all of them are different animes too. They're not just one. They're all different animes. I'm trying to keep up with each one of them. Bleach is definitely one of them. Definitely like how Bleach is going, but it still feels like the old school Bleach, which I don't really mind. I always like Bleach. All right, so let's get into the real meats of the potatoes of today's conversation, which I know some people might check out, but I want to get our thoughts into it. 3.2 of the Genshin Impact and Arc 3 of the Archon Dendro.
I am ready.
Okay, so for those who has not played the game and those who have not kept up with the story, it might be a little hard. It might be a little not interesting. I'm telling you, the story is good. If they could make an anime series, or somebody could do like a YouTube series where they go over the gameplay, and you, like, make a little video out of it where it's like almost like a TV show, that would be great, because then some people can actually get involved in it. And this part is when the new god comes into being. Now, I want to start up with that. I know it's a big point of contention in this whole line of story. Do you think he's actually ascended to godhood, or does he just think he's a god because of the power that he now holds?
Okay, so I am going to say this. I'm going to say, yeah, you're going to think this is crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so what's the Akasha powered by? Answer me that.
The Akasha's powered by, that's a good question. I guess everybody's dreams? Was that
Nope.
no?
It does gather power from that, but that's not the core of it. It is the gnosis of the Dendro Archon.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so if they're making a god and they're connecting it to the Akasha, they're connecting it to a what? A
Oh.
gnosis. So it is possible that while he has connection, notice all the cables and stuff that was plugged into him, to that Akasha, he is effectively God. A god.
Okay.
Because he is connected to a gnosis. Granted, not his gnosis, but a gnosis. That's my opinion. Now, think about it. Why would they build him a giant mechanized suit if not to distribute equally a god's power? Because he wasn't originally designed to be a god, but be a vessel for a god, correct?
Yes.
So that means he's not necessarily equipped in and of himself
to handle all that power.
To control all that power. So they said, okay, we can plug him up to this and we can give him the juice, but somehow he's got to be able to distribute it, or else it's not going to work. Hence, the giant Gundam god is what I like to call it.
Yeah, it's a Gundam.
And I'm going to tell you, I mean, I watched some gameplay of this thing, and I'm not real happy about having to go in there.
Okay.
Look at him.
So
can we just flip the power switch, please?
Yeah. Okay. So if you're not noticing, he's sparking out several different elements in his attacks. He has Electro, which is technically already a part of him since he was made by the Electro God. He has Hydro. He has Cryo.
He also has Pyro.
But I didn't see him blasting out no Dendro. So my brain is, of course, wondering, where did he get all these multiple power sources from?
He didn't. Think about it. He's attached to Irminsul, which is attached to the Akasha, which is attached to the gnosis of the Dendro god, which is the god of wisdom. Out of all the gods out there, who would know how to manifest the other god's powers? The god of wisdom.
That is a very strong argument of why that could be the case. I was thinking maybe there's might be more than one gnosis to him, but if that's the case,
that is very true, because think about this: they have Ventis, they have A's, they have Zhongli's.
So
that's three. Those are three gnosis we know they have. The Taritza herself is the frost god.
Yeah.
So they have access to it. So but that makes you wonder, does that mean they already have access to the Pyro and Hydro ones?
Yeah. Okay.
So he's going to be too late.
Yeah. Let's just put a what if scenario here. What if this is just one big old test to see if someone can actually handling all the elements at one time? So when the big reveal that the Fatu are actually going after the main staple god is actually just say, hey, let's test out if someone can handle all this godlike power in one form or another. to go and combat the true evil of the world, God.
I'm liking your thinking because you've heard my theory before about the Teresa. I don't think she's necessarily evil. I think she's doing what she thinks she has to do to save the world.
Yes.
That being said, I also don't think she realizes that the Traveler is, in essence, the very thing she is trying to create.
Yes.
So she keeps wondering why every time I turn around, this person's coming up and fucking up my plans. It's because that's the person you need.
Yeah.
The one you're trying to make, the god you're making with all these elements. Hello, born of flesh right here. Every time he touches a new statue, it's a new element.
Yeah, he can handle all the power without having to overcome that immense of.
But I think you're right. I think this is a test run.
Mm-hmm.
I think that the whole reason the doctor was sent there with Scaramouche to do this project was to find out if it's possible, and if so, what do they need to do to make it sustainable.
Scaramouche, do you make the thing tango?
At the same time, think that us not knowing that they're not really the bad guys, and them not knowing that we're not the bad guys because we keep fucking up their plans, we're gonna mess up their plans again. Because no.
All right. Then of course they have a little bit more stuff in the patch. The Dendro god is now, or the essence of the god is now, she's free. She's free from her cocoon. Home. She's outside. She's free roaming now, and you'll now be able to get to play her. And I've heard stories that she's gonna be broken in this upcoming patch because people got to try her out. And her dome, you see how big that dang thing when she drops out her ultimate?
Yes.
It heals and buffs your allies. Move over, Binty. We got a new competitor in the freaking office for heals / buff your allies, and it's huge. The whole thing is
not, and that's not all it does. That is not all it does. It reacts differently depending on what elemental base your ally is to boost that element.
Yeah, so it is.
Electros are going to think this place is heaven.
Yeah, this thing looks like it's going to be great. She's cute. She's adorable. She attacks with her feet by playing hopscotch. Some people.
I think that's freaking awesome. Honestly, that's so cool to me.
The tripod thing was a little weird, though. I had to say, I don't know how I'm gonna work that thing. All right, everybody get in frame real quick as I try to take your... All right, and blast off. That's a little weird, but it's something I'm sure it's different. It feels different. It looks different. I like her. But then we got old girl that's also a sleeping...
Let me tell you, I'm so excited for Layla. It is not even funny.
Another sword user.
Not funny. She is not only a student at the academia, she's an astrologist.
Another one.
And when she's sleepwalking, she's dangerous. So you understand how her skills work, right?
Yes. But I just go ahead and explain it to the viewers because I'm
with her skills. If you use her, what do you call it? It's not her ultimate. Her E, I guess, is be the best way to display it. Her element skill.
Yeah, poor Binty.
Essentially, she gets a shield, and then as you're attacking, it generates sleeping stars of ice. And when 4 are generated, they become guided missiles. Okay? Her ultimate drops this thing out, looks like a star mobile made of ice, and this thing is steadily generating those stars. So the best combination for her is to actually drop her ultimate, then hit her E, because the entire time you have that shield and that thing's up, it's generating stars. You're pretty much launching missiles of ice all the time. And I'm excited for that. I love missiles. But missiles of ice, let's do it.
Another sword user, I would have liked to have seen... I don't know. There's already a sword ice character. I don't know. I just feel like she feels more like a caster to me, but maybe it'll feel good. I have to get my hands on her to see how I feel with her.
We got a lot of characters in everything right now, honestly. I mean, granted, I mean, we've got a bunch of bows lately. You can't
Mhm.
say that we haven't.
Yeah, we got a lot of bows.
We've gotten
A lot
quite
of
a few
spears.
pole arm. We got pole arms before that. Now we're running through swords. I mean, I feel like we're just going through the weapons.
Emotions.
I think next will be
Claymore.
probably catalyst users. I
Mm.
think they're going to be catalyst users because I think claymores were before the pole arm
Yeah,
and stuff.
probably.
Remember we had Arataki and we had what's Sleepy Ninja Girl
I don't remember. I'm not good with names.
Sayu Sayu.
I think so. That's it.
Those claymores.
Been a while.
So I think the next round is going to be Catalyst, and I think they're starting that because on the second set of banners, Yai Miko is back.
Mm-hmm. And of course, our Foxy Lady's back, so I'm hoping I can pull on her. God, please.
Yeah, you and me both. I want her. I want her bad. But
So annoying.
I'm definitely going. I'm definitely going all in on the Dendro God because, well, she checks two boxes. One, she's a Litly,
Mm-hmm.
and two, she's a god. So how you gonna not get the only Litly god that's popped up yet?
Yeah, I kind of wish though they did the new girl, not the Dendro God, but the little I remember her name is Layla. I wish they would
Mhm.
they would have introduced her in the story before they launched her. I like that, getting to know a character, getting a little bit more of the story, getting a little of the background, get to know them, maybe a little hype for them, right? A little excitement. It's like, oh man, I can't wait you're a playable character, and not just here she is. It's like I don't know nothing about her. Okay, I like the story, but that's just me. I want to know about the character. I want to get
I
involved
like
with
the
them.
story too, but see, I think what they were doing is they were trying to keep one unknown
Mm-hmm.
because there's people out there that like the unknown. Okay,
Mm.
like me and you, we like the story, so most of the time we're happy because they give us the story before they give us the character. But there are other people out there who like surprise me, please, just once, surprise me every now and then,
Mm.
And that might be what this was about. This might have been about, hey, let's give those people that want surprise some surprise.
Yeah. But then you got the Gendro Doctor that still hasn't released yet. When he's gonna release, I've been waiting for that guy from Liyue Harbor. When he coming out? All these other characters. Where's our Snake Boy coming out? Everybody
But
wants
don't
to play
worry,
him.
you'll know when it happens because Stealthy will be pulling on him like he's Jesus or something because she wants that snake.
And
She don't
then
give a shit about him. She just wants the snake.
and of course, big, fiery one arm Claymore girl, cat ears. Technically, she don't have cat ears. Her ears look like cat ears.
The
But
flame mane.
yeah, like when is
Yeah.
she coming
I
out?
don't know, but I can tell you this: when Dia shows up, I'm gonna be ham, son.
It's
Because
just you.
and if she, God, please let her be a 5-star.
Like you're introducing all these cool characters that's been in the story, that's been in
What
your
about
face.
Al Hatham? Al Hatham. I mean, he would be one badass Dendro sword user. I mean, you've seen him and Sino go at it, go ham, son.
Yeah, that
I mean,
he's
shit.
like you're building all these hype for these characters, and then you're like, all right, mystery character. But what about all my other babes and waifus and husbandos? Come on, I'm feeding here, but no mystery girl. I guess I can try to get.
She's cute, though. I do.
Yeah,
think she's
her
cute. I think
style's
she's
not that bad.
adorable.
But I can definitely see her being a 4-star. So I think she might be a 4-star. I'm not sure that
She is. She's a purple.
she's a purple. Okay, I had a feeling she'd be a 4-star because
She's definitely a purple.
did
What I'm unclear on, what I didn't get,
Mhm.
is she going to be the purple on both banner sets, or is she only going to be on the second banner set? Because when they were doing the thing, they said she would be available on the second banner set. They didn't say nothing about the first.
True. Well, that would be nice, honestly, because I'm gonna be pulling a lot on the second banners to get old girl, but I'm gonna be pulling a lot of the first too. So I don't really care as long as I get what I want. I'm not gonna probably because my luck. Okay, so let's see. I'm sure your weeks at your job week has been fairly everything's been smoothly over there, right? Everything's going good.
No. All right. So for people that might not know, Corvo went on vacation 2 weeks ago. Corvo is still cleaning up after vacation 2 weeks ago. So the answer to that question is no.
Oh,
I am doing my best. I'm doing everything I can. I'm trying to get everything back under control. Um, uh, you know, there are some people trying my patience, but that's nothing new.
oh, okay. So
Uh,
let me go bring back the kitchen thing. What do you think about the Pokemon mushroom combat?
dude, I'm ready to do that event. I'm ready to do that event. I think that's going to be fun, honestly.
I can't help but feel like that is a great way of introducing that kind of thing. I like the little mushrooms. I think they're
You want me
pretty.
to tell you where we're ultimately going?
What?
It's something you've been wanting. I think they're gradually working us there. I think we're going to get pets.
Yeah, I want pets.
I think we're going that way because they're slowly introducing these. Hey, check out this. Learn to build this up and do this and this and this
Mechanics.
through an event,
Hmm.
and then once everybody has a handle on it, hey guys, Genshin is releasing its new patch and it's gonna have pets. Now you can go out. Dude, I would love to have one of those tigers as my pet.
uh,
I'd be so happy.
I heard somebody the other day saying Genshin Impact is a bunch of micro games all inside of it, and that's all it is. Like one big story is a bunch of micro games. Do you think like it's just a build up to a greater thing, like with the pets, where we might get a system where get catching pets in the game into do little micro battles all the stories with the little net thing that we got? Do you think that's a build up, or do you think all the game is? I think the games do too many micro games with not enough
Oh,
main
I don't feel
essential.
that way.
Mm.
I enjoy the events.
Mhm.
Yeah. I guess technically you could call an event a micro game, but it's a break from the normal monotony of the story.
Mm.
I enjoy that, and most times it's something different. Like we've never caught mushrooms before, trained them, and took them in as our party to battle. We've never done that.
Yeah.
Um, it's new. Okay, call it a micro game. I really don't give a shit. It's something new to do within a game that I enjoy.
Mm.
Um, if you've got a problem with there being multiple different little micro games inside of a main story driven game, you're playing the wrong game, dude. Matter of fact, just get out of RPG. Go find something else. There's first person shooters you can shoot people all day long, and guess what? No micro games, just put the bullet in them.
Yeah,
Okay?
it becomes repetitive, but yeah, some reason people love that. And I'm full account on
I
that.
enjoy a first person shooter too, but my first person shooter has to have a story. Halo Infinite has a story. Destiny has a story. You know, I don't play a whole lot of Paladins because, well, I like shooting things, but at some point, protecting the point or protecting the payload or whatever, it gets to be the same thing over and over again.
Hmm.
Whereas when I'm playing Destiny and they put out a new patch, there's gonna be something new, and I ain't gonna know about it, and then I'm gonna get God smacked and be like, "Oh, okay, so that guy can do that now. Let me go reevaluate my choices in life." You know?
Yeah, and
Um,
there's a story that you're trying to unlock or achieve too, not just victory and then a screen. It's mostly like you did something. Did you get the main bad guy? Nope, they escaped, or
I
this got
mean,
destroyed, or they got this thing, and now you got to go back and retrieve it. And there's
there's tons of people that love those games, and there's nothing wrong with that. You play what you love.
you do on you, boo boo.
Fortnite players, they love to play Fortnite. They love the one-on-one. The hey, I know if I get this drop here and I get myself in position, somebody's gonna pop. It's a strategic thing. I get it. They love it. Me personally, if I'm gonna play a first-person shooter, I want a story. I want to hey, I need you to go to this planet and investigate, this temple and tell me why the heck this is happening. And then when I get there, it's first person shooter mode, and I'm looking for whatever I'm looking for. I have a goal, I have a story I'm trying to complete.
Yeah, I think
It's
90% of people
not.
don't know what the storyline in Fortnite.
Well, the thing is like you originally Fortnite was supposed to be mainly story driven with PvP on the side.
Mm-hmm.
PvP blew up so much in Fortnite, they just said scrap the story pretty much
Yeah.
and let everybody go ham, you know? And I respect that. They seen what was going to make them the money and they made the choice. I'm not one of those people that just going to stand in there and shoot people all day long on the same set of maps without a reason. You know, tell me, hey, I need you to go find Grumpy because he's been destroying half of this city and he's walking around with this nuclear cell in his pocket. I'm going to come hunt you down and put a bullet in you. But I'm not going to log in every day to kill Grumpy just because Grumpy logged in to kill me.
Yeah, I can see that. But people like seeing that. All right, so let's see. I really don't got much else to talk about. Have you been reading any books lately?
I went back and started reading some of my ghost stories book. It's got a lot of Poe in it.
Oh, so it's for the
So
Halloween. Are y'all
yeah,
doing?
well, it's just me. I'm a Poe fan anyway.
Did you
Always have
did
been.
your kids get any Halloween costumes? Are they ready for
Yes,
Halloween?
yes, they did. Thorn is mechanized Spider-Man, and
Oh,
Ethan
okay.
is original Spider-Man.
Did you print them any things to go with their costumes?
No, I didn't have to because their costumes come with everything this year.
Okay, I was wondering like if you maybe 3D print them something pretty cool to go with it. But all right, all
Now,
right.
they pretty much got what they needed with it. They wore it. We went to a theme park and they wore it, and they were some of the few kids that actually wore costumes that day. So all the other kids were pointing like, "Oh, look, it's Spider-Man!" And they were like, you know my youngest, he's a ham, so he would stop and like pose like, "Ha, ha!" I'm like, "Come on, you freaking prima donna!"
All right. Well, this is one more last topic that I got. I don't know if you saw the video for it. For those who have not seen the video for it, I put it on my channel. The Simpsons is doing a special for Halloween on Fox, and it's having a tribute to Death Note in it, the anime. And it looks very interesting. I have a little clip of it. I did a little intro of the clip that has for the part of it where I don't know if you remember the name of the characters, the smarter of the kids and the Simpsons, the daughter.
That would be Lisa.
Yeah, Lisa gets the book, and I think Bart is the Reaper.
Oh shit.
So it looks very interesting. The artwork was done by the same studio that did Avatar: The Last Airbender and some of the Hellboy movies and animated movies, that is, and Batman TV show Roadrunners, and the people that also made apparently Master of the Universe remake. So that gives you an idea of the quality that it looks like. What do you think of the Simpsons doing anime in their specials?
Mm. Well, I mean, it could hip a new crowd to anime, and it could draw in people for the business, and possibly keep anime growing. But I don't know, man. I don't know how that's gonna work because I grew up. I didn't watch a whole lot of Simpsons, but I did watch some, and that just Simpsons doesn't scream anime to me. I would have to see it. I don't know how that integration would work.
Well, the video is on it. You can check it out. My thing. You don't see the whole thing, but you get the clips of the animation. And it looks like they swap between the original animation of The Simpsons and the anime part of it, or there's maybe a multiple arc of stories in the special. I'm not entirely sure. It's a special, so it's a one time thing, but it feels like almost like a movie. They have like a poster for it and everything, so it looks definitely interesting. I feel like they're trying to appeal to anime viewers, and they're going, hey, come check it out, our show that hasn't been, let's be real here, as popular as it once was.
That's true.
So I have a lot of thoughts on it. I'm hoping that this is a almost a way of saying, yeah, anime is mainstream now, and that's weird because the Simpsons is doing something on it now. That to me is Fox is knowing that anime has pulling power, and now they're doing some anime in The Simpsons.
Yep.
I feel like that is, if they don't tell you to give it a shot and wake up, you're gonna find something you might like. I don't know. I'm definitely gonna check it out myself. I'll do whatever I gotta do to watch it because I am very interested to see what the hell they're gonna be doing with this. Because the clips they have of it and the little short video they have of her first fighting the book is engaging, to say the least, and it's a very good tribute, if you want to call it a tribute or a nod or an influence, whatever. And the artwork of it, if you don't call that anime, I don't know what is. But of course, so entire Simpsons by definition is, if you call it by Japanese definition, it's all anime. But that's not here or there. So I'm looking forward to it. The video actually did actually kind of well. Didn't do like better than some of the other things, but I'm glad y'all enjoyed it. For those who did watch it, if you have not watched it, please go watch it. Leave a like and leave a comment. Your thoughts on how it all looks and what you think it's going to be doing for the industry. And that is it for the week. I will be going live within 2 hours from now. I gotta eat me something, and I'll be playing, of course, Bayonetta 3. Corvo, you can catch him every Thursday, or not Thursday, every Wednesday, because
No, it's Thursday.
Thursdays. I missed yesterday's, unfortunately, but I'm gonna watch that VOD. I'll probably pull that up, honestly, while I'm getting this whole thing set up. You catch him on Thursday when he's going through Final Fantasy VIII. What are you playing after Final Fantasy VIII? You're almost at the end, aren't you?
No, I'm maybe about halfway. I don't know, but for people that don't know, I just dropped some bank on some games. So we now have Final Fantasy, from Final Fantasy 1 all the way through 11 without any disruptions. And then I also have Final Fantasy, up to 11. We skipped 12 because it was an online, and I also have 13. All on the PC. I also have Baldur's Gate Dark Alliance, Baldur's Gate Dark Alliance 2, the 3 original Double Dragons.
Oh yeah, Double Dragons.
And I have Madison, which I am playing occasionally on the weekends, and Fatal Frame.
That sounds familiar. What's
horror?
Okay, that's what I was about to say. Sounds familiar. I don't watch. I don't play a lot of horror games, so
I bought all of those, so I have them all now.
Okay, so you had them lined up. So are you gonna do like a playthrough 1 through 11 or
I'm gonna do
12?
What I'm thinking I'm gonna do is Thursdays are gonna continue to be a Final Fantasy night. I think I'm gonna pick one day out of the weekend, and it's gonna be game of your choice night out of the list that I post. And then if it's Double Dragons you want to see, we'll play Double Dragons. If it's Dark Alliance, then we'll play Dark Alliance. If it's Madison, we'll play Madison. I'm thinking of having one fluid day where it's let's pull the chat and see what they want to see out of the list, and then one day that is going to stay Final Fantasy, because Final Fantasy has done me good.
Yes,
over the years, and I would like to go back. I think after I finish 8, I would like to go back to 1 and start the trek 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, all the way down is what I would like to do.
I would ask you which one with the Final Fantasy would you like to remaster, but I already know it's 8. But like out of the Super Nintendo versions of it, which one would you like them to redo? I would like 3. I like 3.
I think I would like 2.
You like 2? Okay. All right. I wouldn't mind them doing some little things, but I know they don't have much of a pull as some of the, or like anything after 7, because that's when Final Fantasy really, like, it was pretty popular in Japan, but not nearly as much in the States for a long time. And some people went back and played some of those old schools like I did. But I like 3. I haven't played 1 yet. I don't think I played 4. I think I played 3 and 2. But Yeah, those games wouldn't hurt for them to do a remastered. But you can catch him at Corvo Ninja, and of course you can catch either of us down at our links below on our Twitter page. Be sure to follow our Twitter pages. You can follow mine. I'm joining giveaways all the time. I'm posting up new videos. I post up on my Twitter for anything like that, or you can find me on my Instagram at the Grumppybear. Both of them eat the Grumppybear, and on TikTok as well. If you don't know, I have a TikTok at the Grumppybear as well. You can follow me there if you want any short clips and things. And now apparently YouTube is now allowing people to post things on YouTube, like almost like Instagram, like behind the scenes photos and images and notifications. So I'll try my best, but I'm already juggling a lot of things right now, so it's kind of hard to do all that. And I'm doing it with all by myself, so it's kind of hard. But I will see y'all hopefully this evening. For those who are not going to be there, I hope you enjoyed this podcast. Leave a comment down below what you thought about some of the things. You think the Sims is going to be good? Be sure to leave that and leave a like on the video. And as always, have a good day, have a good night, have a good life. Much love, y'all. Boy.
Bye, guys.
Bye.